Okay, what about, okay, I think it's fixed now. Good morning. Thank you, Rand, for letting me know. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that the little thing wasn't moving. Jeez Louise. Um, what I was saying was, good morning. I hope you guys are having a good day so far and also having a good trading session. Um, was that the exact same? No, it wasn't. Hey, stop whining. We're not doing that today. Use your words, please. Give it here. Stop whining so much. You are driving me insane. Um, so one of the things I was saying was, we're in a little bit of profit. I mean, I just had the loss just now, but the profit should be way more than what it is right now. Like way more. So just wait until the update comes out for this particular. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But still overall having a good day. One of the issues that I'm still having is this data lag issue with Rhythmic, and this is ridiculous at this point. One of the trades, because it just like once the entry was there, it just skipped on through. I don't think even if my data lag was 0.01 seconds, I would have been able to get into that one. But this, I think there were two more, if I'm not mistaken, at least one more. I definitely would have been able to get in, but the data lag was almost 0.1 seconds, I think, when it happened. And yeah, so that gets to be extremely frustrating, like extremely. But I'm still in a little bit of profit. I'm missing about $300 of profit in there just from my own doing. There was one trade that I didn't get into because it was like it was showing that there was so much inconsistency with how with whether the buyers or sellers were trying to take over. But because it was my 1 bar pullback, I had the safety to still get into the trade, and I should have. So that one was on me. And then there was another one where, the kids are coming through the front door. So I'm like trying to listen out, pay attention. And I actually got into the trade, but it was like a couple of bars too late. So I just went ahead and broke even on that one. And then I can't even remember what happened with the third one, but we're here. Like I said, as long as I end with green, that's what matters most for me. I know it's going to take a while before I'm like at 100% efficiency, especially when there's distractions, you know? So just got to kind of take it with a grain of salt, honestly. But so far, so good, though. So far, so good. I'm loving the movement this morning and the volatility because the first couple of days this week was not there. Today, I could tell immediately like that the breakout and the volatility was going to be today. Like I had, I think 3 trades in the first like 3 minutes of the session. All of them won. Um, yeah, so that was pretty nice because lately I haven't been getting my first trade until like 8:40, things like that. So whenever that happens, whenever I'm not getting trades like right after the market opens, I know that the volatility is not going to be there really. Um, and yeah, so this is where we at, and hopefully we can get a 4th day of green in a row. Even if it's a small profit, I will take it. I will take it. I have a lot of consolidation. The order flow VWAP is at my major level. All the levels are out of order, so just trying to see what's going to happen. If it's going to try to push through this to go into an uptrend, or if it's going to continue pushing down and put everything back in order. I know when I start writing these trades down in my trade journal, today is just going to make me mad. Like, this was your opportunity. But when duty calls, duty calls. Normally I have the kiddos once a week, but I had to get them twice this week, so I already knew my concentration might not be all the way there. But the biggest thing is what I had 2 out of 3 days so far where no invalid trades, got into every single one, and then 2 that I didn't. So
Order filled. Stop filled.
I want to 737. Well, I still was smarter than I can already tell today it's just gonna irritate me because all the volatility is there and I just, man, but it's all good. So I'm a little negative now. And this is my fault because this was definitely a valid buy. That was definitely a valid buy. I don't really know. So I could have been back positive with that one. I am looking for a sale just for the overall sell bias until 80.25. So if it reverses before it gets up there, then I'll get into the sell, but it looks like it's about to change back into an uptrend very shortly. And it did, so that is that. We have news coming in 11 minutes. The one thing I am glad about is that I'm working out all of these kinks this week with the one account versus having all 5 of them active. I did see that I've already been rebilled for 2 out of the 4. I think the other 2 don't come until later, maybe like the 15th and 22nd, so it'll be a while before I have those accounts again. Alright, this is where it changed into an uptrend for me. Looking to get into a buy around 85.75 or so. As long as seller pressure doesn't show after I get into the trade, I'll stay in it. And it did. God damn it. I want to close it. Alright, there we go. Even if that wins, I'm fine with that. The seller pressure showed, and I was going back towards my pivot levels, so I had to break even because most of the time that will lose. The news halt comes in a minute, but then I'll restart until 1 minute before. So if I get into a trade in the next 45 seconds, I'll have to break even at 9:23. I don't take trend continuation trades around this pivot level, so excuse me. I would have to pull all the way back here, give or take. $1,100. I do feel like I'm probably gonna have to look a little bit more at my mid-level pullbacks. I think I'm not all the way sure, but I feel like the mid-level pullbacks have been screwing me a little bit this week. Again, it could just be the market conditions this week, but Yeah, I think I might have to look into that. All right, so I'm clear to trade until
Order filled.
9:29. Really? This is a 1 bar pullback, which I don't lose very much. This doesn't look like it wants to hold, so we'll see.
Stop filled.
That sucks. To start so great and then just be trash, but hopefully it can end well. Hopefully. I'm not over trading. I'm not taking any trades I'm not supposed to be in. It just kind of is what it is. 1, 2, 3. Get your head. Good morning, Granny. Alright, I can't take this one. It just touched my touched the pivot level. What? What do you want? I'm working. What you want? Huh? I can't come with you because TT's working. I'm sorry. What? No. Where's my phone? Oh, because you can't get your tablet to work properly? Here. What do you want to watch? What do you want to watch?
Go.
Here. Hopefully this is Good morning. That's way too loud. What you say?
What does he watch?
Oh, he wants to watch. You want to watch what? Here. Here. Leave that alone. Yeah. Good morning, Trenches. Today has been an interesting day. I should be positive, but I'm not. You gotta click the video, baby. Your what? Stop worrying about your tablet if you have my phone. Alright, so I'm gonna sit out for a minute. You do have your tablet, you're right. But yeah, I should definitely be positive today. Hopefully there's enough trades between now and 11 o'clock to get me back positive, even if it's slightly positive. But you guys will see on the daily update video, just today, it started off great. My first 3 trades I won in the first like couple of minutes. I had that many trades. There was a couple of trades I couldn't get into because of the data lag. Couple of trades that, like, there was one where my entry was wrong, so I had to break even on that one. It was all over the place this morning, but I knew the volatility was going to return. The only issue is when you have the super volatile markets, that's when you really have to be on your P's and Q's with making sure you're in every trade you're supposed to be in, not getting into any trades that you're not supposed to be in, because there's so many trades that day that you don't want to end up negative only because you didn't get into all the trades you were supposed to be in, you know? So that's where I'm at right now.
I'm on mac and cheese.
You what?
I'm on mac and cheese.
Boy, who asked for mac and cheese at 9:30 in the morning? I'm confused. That trade may lose. I mean, the volatility is the market is all over the place.
Okay.
And I probably shouldn't have taken that one because the first swing was part of the news or whatever. And normally I don't take that. But I wouldn't say I'm in a whatever mood because I'm not. But because it was light impact, I just, hey, maybe it's fine. Watch the phone. Give me the phone. Because what you're not going to do is get on my nerves today. No, you're not going to get on my nerves today.
Order filled. Target filled.
Here, choose a video and watch a video, please.
On that.
Okay, click it. Watch it. Green to red, but you're basically back to break even. It's kind of where I'm at with it too. If I could just get back to break even, I would feel better. I'm just ready to get back to a point where I can trade every day with zero distractions. You get my drift? That would be nice. All right, we just changed back into an overall downtrend for me. The level was 71.50. All right, so I'm not gonna get into the first pullback. Couldn't push past my middle level. It hit it and came back down. Literally touched it to the tick and came and broke even and went to the take profit. My luck, my luck, my luck.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
That has happened to me at least 4 days today. 4 days, 4 times today, I think. And it's the data lag. My data lag is 0.04 seconds. However, the bar that I need to enter on is 0.01 seconds apart. So then I get screwed. And you can see the data lag is just jumpy. Most of the time it stays at 0.01, 0.02. And that's the only thing that really sucks sometimes. Like my entries are so precise. 95. My entries are so precise and sometimes I just can't get in because they are so precise. And it just really sucks. I mean, that was just so smooth. Every single one of the ones I didn't hit my entry, they were just such smooth entries. And I don't want to put my entry 2 ticks away or 2 ticks in front of the bar close. I mean, 1 tick seems to work just fine, except on stupid days when Rhythmic can't keep the data lag low enough. This will turn back into an uptrend if it breaks, what is that, 2150. So it's got a ways to go, like 30 points. Well, that's not really a ways for the Nasdaq, but y'all get what I mean. I am looking to get into a sell continuation of the overall trend.
Order filled. Target filled.
Alright, so we're almost back to break even. I've taken 16 trades today, and that's not even all the trades I was supposed to be in. I was supposed to be in more, which is crazy. Because the first couple of days of this week, they were all less than 10 or, yeah, I think they were 10 or less. But I feel like as long as I have at least 1 or 2 days, well, I wouldn't say like this because I don't want to not be able to get in trades I'm supposed to be in and things like that. But what I mean is the volatility. As long as I have pretty good volatility 1 or 2 days a week, I should be fine. Most of the time I will typically see it like Monday and Tuesday or like Monday and Wednesday, just kind of depending. But this week, that first day of volatility didn't come until today. This is why I don't take trades around, besides counter trend trades, around my middle pivot level. You guys can see it just consistently came here and just consolidated every time it got there. And my levels have been out of order since like 9:37, and that's kind of when all the consolidation started. Where's 9:37 on this chart? I can't see that far. I think it was like right here. I'm pretty sure. You're on Tradeovate, but you got Thinkorswim up, and Thinkorswim is lagging behind Tradeovate. I just, for me, I just want my technology to be reliable, and I get it. You know, sometimes there's a lot of people on the servers, and I get all of that. But if you're going, this is my thing. If you're going to make me use a third party data provider, right? Because I have to go through Rhythmic and use that in NinjaTrader versus just being able to have NinjaTrader, right? Um, if you're going to make me do that, the least you could do is make sure that whatever it is reliable. That's the least you could do. Because there's nothing that I can do on my end. You know, I've never dealt with the data lag and data issues with CQG and NinjaTrader Continuum that I deal with on Rhythmic. Never. And I first started trading on NinjaTrader 4 years ago. Probably almost 5 years ago now. That's how long I've had my lifetime license. So I actually been trading on there even longer than that. So, and I know some people who use Tradeovate say that they get some issues with CQG. I never traded with Tradeovate. I always traded with NinjaTrader. So I think that's what irritates me the most. But then I just have to remind myself that, like, at the end of the day, I don't plan to trade prop firms forever. I'm playing the long game. So once I get my first my first PA, and I start adding to that, of course, with every payout, I'll put money off to the side for taxes, of course. Um, and then the other priority is paying my bills, of course, because I have not worked in like a year and a half at this point. And then paying myself back from all the money that I've taken out of savings to live off of. So that's my first priority, is to pay myself back. After that, I'll be putting a certain percentage in a personal account, because I feel like by the time I get to that point, I will feel like, hey, my strategy is what it is. I don't need anything else. I don't need to make any adjustments, blah, blah, blah. So I will feel comfortable trading on a personal account. And on top of that, at that point, I'm not even risking my money per se, because I'll be trading with money that I made from a prop firm to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I get why people want to continue trading with prop firms, but for me, why continue to give up 10% of my earnings just because? Stop whining, please. Click the skip button. You know what to do. But yeah, I've never used Tradeovate though. Stop whining. Say TT, fix the phone. Say TT. Say TT. Say it. Say TT, fix the phone. Say, can you fix the phone? But anyway, yeah. So I've used, as far as platforms go, I've used Thinkorswim, of course, NinjaTrader, and then I used to trade binary options on Nadex. Binary options was cool at first, but once you start losing a contract because the contract closed right at your contract price, or one tick, away from you being in profit or whatever. So let's say I said, hey, it's gonna close at above 16,880, and it closes at 16,879.75. Baby, that only had to happen to me a couple of times before I said, oh, this is not for me. Like, ain't no way I waited all this time for this contract to close, and this is what you're saying. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't think I could ever get back into binary options. I actually prefer futures. I've traded on MT4 before as well because I did used to trade Forex. I absolutely hate Forex. I hate how your best leverage is in unregulated brokers. Even if they're regulated overseas, they still not regulated here. And I don't like the broker manipulation either. I've gotten caught with broker manipulation multiple times. Multiple. Um, Especially when I was using Trader's Way. And then Trader's Way ended up getting banned in Missouri. So that was that. Let's see, 449. All right, so we broken out of the consolidation. I couldn't get into that trade. There wasn't enough volume. I'm surprised the volume is and the volatility has kind of stayed this far in. This far into the session. See if I can get into a sell around 61.75 unless it pushes up to come back down, then yeah. All right, so that's invalidated now. We got an hour and 10 minutes. All right, so that one made a lower low, but it failed to this time. All right, so I'm gonna look to get into a counter trend trade. Right now the entry is 64.7 or 63.75. $60.75, $60.25. I still haven't caught up on my online journal or my Excel spreadsheet. I need to do that. I'll probably try to do it today if I can keep the kiddos settled long enough to do it, because it's probably going to take me at least like an hour to do. Mainly the Excel spreadsheet, that's what's going to take the longest. Man. Alright, so my sell entry's at 48.75.
Order filled.
Are we serious? We can't be serious. It's just 7. Yeah. If you're sleepy, please take a nap. Alright, I'm looking counter trend again at 51.25. What? I don't know what you're saying.
Order submitted. Order filled. Target filled.
Yay, I see green again. If I was on the forex side, yeah, exactly. And it's like if you're gonna do that, you might as well just actually trade futures. That's what I was telling someone who, trades the CFDs and yeah, I just told them you might as well trade futures. You don't have to deal with the forex BS. And if you go through a prop firm, I feel like futures prop firms are better than forex prop firms. I remember when I first heard about prop firms, period, I just thought it was crazy as hell. And I told my friend, I said, I don't feel comfortable trading somebody else's money. Like, I'm losing the money. But then once I started learning that, like, it's a sim environment, that kind of thing, I was like, all right, cool. I'll be okay with that. But then I can't lie. At first, I was like, you got to pay monthly, you know. Uh, I don't think I want to trade that. Actually, I can. Bless you, baby.
I want water.
You want water?
Yes.
Okay, go ask Mama for water, please.
Mama.
Yes, Mama, she's in the family room. Ask Mama for water. She'll get you some water. Tell her your cup is in the dishwasher. Anyway, so I was like, man, we gotta pay monthly for these accounts. That's crazy. Like, we should be able to pay one time like we can on Forex. And then it was like, well, once you realize that you spend way more money, stop it. Once you realize that you spend way more money, on the FTMO accounts and things like that, it's like, never mind. I actually do like it this way. I told you guys I was kind of iffy about that trade. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's in the dishwasher, Granny. Yeah, I was definitely iffy about that one. However, my middle level is here, so I felt like I would probably be able to hold it, but it's whatever. It hit my major level up here and then just reversed. Because right now my minor level is in a uptrend, but everything else is in a downtrend. So let me see, regular no touch. Yeah, that one kind of is what it is. My 1 bar pullbacks have been screwing me today. And normally that's like my highest win loss ratio is on my 1 bar pullbacks. But yeah, the other thing that I do like about at least Apex, I don't know about too many other futures prop firms, is I like how if you fail it, you know, you get the free reset on renewal. Again, I don't know if other prop firms do that, but I vaguely remember with FTMO at least, if you did not meet the profit threshold in that specific period of time, that you still had to be positive on the account in order for you to be able to get the free reset. So that's a lot to try to do, you know, to try to get the account back to slightly positive just so you could get the free reset or whatever. And then once I realized like there's no time limit with Apex versus, you know, Forex prop firms, you got to do this in this specific time and all of that other stuff. It was like, yeah, this right here is going to be the way to go for me. And to be honest with you, I'm quite sure I still have a FTMO challenge, but now they don't even take US customers. I think I read that yesterday. But I definitely have a challenge from years ago. Let me see if it's still there. Yeah, from 2 years ago, actually. That's crazy. See, 2 years ago, still there. All right, so we're after 10. What? What?
We're going.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm still right here. Today, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Today has been frustrating to say the least, but it's whatever.
We're going.
You're going to fall, and I'm not going to catch you.
We're going.
I was about to say, how did I miss that? But I didn't. But ended up being buyer pressure there. All right, so I needed to pull back. I was about to draw the level, but it's there now. I'm looking for a sell around 41.75. All right, now I'm not. Gotta give it a little time again. What's wrong with you? My entry now is at 45.25. If it pushes down to here without getting to 55.75 first.
Order held.
The buyer pressure just came in. Let's see if it can hold. Bye-bye.
Stop filled. Order filled.
Damn, it's not gonna push past my middle level. Ugh. All right, what am I down? 237. I need to see if looking for another sale at 43.75. But if the buyer pressure pushes back in, I'll have to get out of it because it's pushing towards a double bottom.
Hi.
Let me say hi. Hello. Yeah, he said, say hi. No, put my headphones down. Here, I got a trade.
Hi.
The break evens are ridiculous today. Take the phone back to mama.
Hi.
That one came 2 ticks from hitting my take profit. I think a couple of them came 1 tick away. And then it goes to the take profit. Today is one of those days that is sent to you to make you question yourself, question your strategy, and cause a mental breakdown. This is when people go on tilt. Like to start off almost what $400 in profit, and I think it was supposed to be like a $500 start to here is annoying. But what can you do? Technically, even with all the trades that I'm missing out of my P&L for the week, like even aside from today, just Monday through Wednesday, I'm still positive for the week. So I can't be too upset. I'm like positive maybe $10 or something. But it's still annoying. As much as I try to trade like a robot, I'm still a human. And it still gets on my nerves sometimes. But I still feel like this week kind of showed me like my strategy is cool. I had to make a couple of adjustments at the beginning of the week and even into yesterday, I think. Um, but overall, I'm happy with where my strategy is. So that's good. I don't even think I back tested this weekend. I haven't back tested at all. I don't feel really the need to. That's another reason why I need to update my, not really the online trading journal. I want to do that anyway, but I really need to update my Excel spreadsheet because I'll be able to see in real time, you know, the losses in each strategy that I have and seeing like if there's consistent patterns that I need to pay attention to. And that way I don't really need to back test as much anymore. Um, so yeah, I need to get that up to date. I can't take the sell just yet. The entry would be at 37.25 if it stalls here long enough. All right.
Order submitted. Order filled.
The buyer pressure is already there, but see if it's strong enough to hold the sell. Because I can't get into the buy anyway.
Target filled.
Okay. All right. Can't take any counter trends just yet. Off the new low. Now I can. My buy entries at 17.25, but it's constantly moving right now. Let's see what happens. If we get down to 150, then it'll be null and void. Alright, so can't take that at the moment. Alright, so I'm back with the entry. 93.25 is my entry.
Order filled. Stop filled.
And see, there's not even enough. That's annoying. Oh. That's another thing that's just been annoying me is the trades off of the new lows and highs. I typically win those a lot as well. Even if there's a huge volume push to create it, I still typically will get really good trades off of those. But I'm wondering if there's a volume pattern. No, that was less than both, so I don't know. I don't know. It's whatever. How many trades have I taken? 25 trades today. And it probably should be, let's see, probably should be like around 33. I'm surprised there's this much movement after 10 o'clock. I didn't pull back far enough for me to be able to get into this sale, going back towards the new low. I needed to pull back to probably like 92 or 92.25. Absolutely. Thank you, Rand. You traded bad today, but you hit your daily goal. Hey, sometimes even if it's ugly, at least you hit the goal. Sometimes it's just gonna be ugly. You gotta take what the market gives you. And I agree, Rand. I'm definitely gonna keep moving forward and working forward. Um, like I told you guys the last couple of days, even though I want to be positive every day, as long as I am positive for the week, it's A1 in my book. And as long as I don't lose this account, which the only way to lose the account is to be negative. So, but I am back down negative for the week by like $3. So, so my goals today, I'm gonna write in my trade journal, record the video that'll come out at 5 o'clock, update my, I'll probably update the Excel spreadsheet first because the online journal is easy. That's just going through and categorizing each trade, like putting what setup it is. And then just kind of going from there. All right, let's see, once we get out the double bottom. Another buy off the new low. There's a lot of volatility in the market still.
Target filled.
Off the new low again. This one I knew not to get into. Didn't push down far enough. Then this one, it's fine. Oh yeah, the daily volume is 428. I don't think we've seen that number since probably October, maybe early November, but definitely October. It's been a long time. I wonder if that would be good to know. All right, where are we at? So now we're back inside of my zone between the first resistance and support levels. All right, and then now also, as of here, my levels are out of order, so we could see some consolidation until it figures out what the hell it wants to do. But it might close right on, yeah. I couldn't take this sell only because it literally closed right on the support level or whatever. Also closed on the prior low. I don't really like the prior low and highs are typically not an issue for me to like take a sell at the low or a buy at the high. The only parameters I really have as far as like yesterday's levels are the open and close. But you would think that the high and low would matter more, but for whatever reason with my strategy, it doesn't. It's the open and close that matters the most. Let's see if we can break out of this. If my minor trend turns back into a downtrend, then we'll break out of the consolidation more than likely. But right now, it's still showing an uptrend and just in between the other levels. So. And I'll put the wrinkles on the chart for the last 30 minutes. Oh, that looks trash. I think the best part about last week was me learning, and it was it last week? I feel like it had to be last week because yeah, was me learning the importance of my levels being in order and how on two of my strategies it can actually be out of order, but my minor level still needs to be in front. So it can go like minor, major, middle. As long as the minor is in front, then I'm good to trade. I don't even know what made me start paying attention to that because there's so many variables in my strategies. Sometimes like during the back test, I wouldn't say I'm not paying attention because I am. it's just so many things to pay attention to. So I don't think I really paid attention to that in particular. Um, but me realizing that, you know, that is what starts consolidation and everything was really important. Really, really important. Because like this trade right here, well, that one was probably, so not that one in particular. But there was a couple of trades today where like I would have lost if I would have gotten into them because my levels were out of order. Even though everything else matched up with the volume and everything else, because the levels were out of order, it lost. So I feel like all of the lessons that I learned last week were major in me moving forward with the process. Um, yeah, so what I'm really hoping is by the time I get the next $50,000 account added back, that I will be ready to pass the first account next week. If not next week, the following week, because I'll have two $50,000 accounts next week, but then the next week is when the first $25,000 account comes, and I'll feel so much more comfortable now. Like now, I'm at the point where once I pass my first eval, I'll feel comfortable. I don't feel like I need to purposely bomb any accounts right before a reset or keep myself from passing because I definitely feel like my strategy is ready. Are there any adjustments that I could possibly need to make in the future? Probably. But as far as where it's at right now, I'm cool with where it is, exactly where it is right now. If I can go week to week with only having like maybe one negative day per week, that would be wonderful for me. And I hope to keep the negative day below really $200 to $250. And when I say like negative, I mean like the strategy was just negative. Not I'm negative because I missed trades and got into invalid trades and all that. I mean like the actual strategy, where it is and how it's set up. If it produces a negative day once a week, I'm cool with that. It probably shouldn't, just because of the way my strategy is, but we'll see. Most of the time at this point when I'm negative, it's because of me, not the strategy itself, or, you know, stupid things like data lags. But all is well in the moving forward process, so that is what matters most. We're still in the same little consolidation area. So this is a 1 bar pullback, but I don't take those anymore after 10 o'clock. So yeah, I can't take any buys. The only thing I would be looking at is sales, at least for now. What I do probably want to do at some point is put my levels back on my chart. That'll show me when my minor trend is flipping back and forth between a buy and a sell. So kind of like how I can call out like, yo, my overall trend bias changes to an uptrend at 32.25. I need to probably put that same level on my minor level just so I can know like, hey, it's time to start looking for the trades versus just waiting for it to turn colors for me. So I'll probably end up doing that today too. especially when the market is moving fast like that. It's kind of important for me to know when it's going to change and when it's not. The middle level, it doesn't really matter, honestly. And I just don't want a whole bunch of lines on my chart. I feel like the VWAP and support and resistance levels and the pivot level and the prior OHLC and the current OHL and all of that that's enough. That is enough. So probably just add that one last level back and then I'll be good from there. I hope these kids are ready to take a nap today because we will be taking a nap. I fell asleep so early last night and I was up at like 5 something this morning. And then I was up for a while, so I am tired. So you see, one bar pullbacks don't work after 10 o'clock most of the time because price can only come 3 ticks beyond the open of my bar. Mhm. Usually he likes the strawberry one.
Wow, I want some too.
You could split it between them because they normally don't eat a whole cup to themselves no more.
Okay.
They used to. And I'll fix them some eggs as soon as I get out in 30 minutes. I said I'll fix them some eggs when I get out in 30 minutes. Okay, they're back in order now. I'm looking for a sell at the close of this bar.
Order submitted. Order filled.
I actually did not want to get into it anymore. I was trying to close the order before it triggered. If this one loses, that's just bad luck. I saw the buyer pressure come in before it actually entered into the trade. So, yeah, I didn't really want to get into it anymore.
Target filled.
And that was only important because I was going back to the VWAP. I got lucky being able to get back out of that. I am looking to get into a buy. It's like a really weird space though, but because my entry, the bar will close literally one tick above my minor level and one tick below the middle level. Just kind of weird. I like this. Curious to see what this is going to do. Thank goodness I got out of it.
Order filled.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. I had a feeling. I said it was at a very weird place, but there's nothing I could do, and it follows my rules. I have to get into it. Uh-oh. And I just realized that I did. So, I just realized that the two counter trend trades that I took around 10:15 and 10:18, thankfully one of them won and one of them lost because it kept that kind of break even, but I was not supposed to get in those. Forgot after 10 o'clock I can't take those anymore. That's probably going to take the whole week for me to get used to. That sucks. Oh, my back. All right, so now I'm down $10 for the week. Pretty sure. Look at the trade performance. There were a lot of trades today, which is a good thing and an annoying thing, honestly. Yeah, I'm down $10. All right. Why do I keep pushing that button? We got 20 minutes left. 450 in volume. All right, so I can't take that sale. And I really think I want to see something. All right, I can't take that sale because it's happening at the support. All right, let me finish looking at what I wanted to look at. So I think the piece that I'm missing right now is when the pullbacks happen to my middle level, which I think has happened a couple of times today. If it's also a pullback to my minor level because they're so close together, I need to treat it like it's a pullback to the minor level because I have different rules at the minor level that I don't have at the middle level because it's a larger pullback. So it doesn't it's a stronger pullback versus the weaker pullback to the minor levels. I feel like that's kind of the piece that I'm missing right now, possibly. I do make notes every time where we just created another new low. If I get into a, let me see, actually, the sell would be a little bit different. 467. If this bar closes down, I'll get into this sell. If it closes up, I'll have to like stay out of it for a minute. Anyway, I do make note of when that happens, so I'll always be able to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure that I need to treat it that way. This was a pin bar off of my middle level, that's why I didn't get into that sale. to 28, right? I'm just starting on my trading journal, the physical one. Look at my nephew asking for chips at 10:45 in the morning. My nephew is getting upset because my grandma keep telling him he can't have chips this early, and he's not getting chips until this evening. The junk food has got to stop. I don't even buy chips. My mother and grandma does. All right, I'm looking for a sale continuation from here. My overall trend bias is a sale, so just created a double top. See if it can go down from here. As long as it doesn't come up here to the support level up there. As soon as it touches that support level, I gotta, there we go. It turns into an uptrend at 875. This is divergent too.
Order canceled.
Blew past my entry. It would have came one tick from hitting my take profit either way, so it would have been a break even no matter what on that one. Got 9 minutes left. Here comes my nephew. No, you're not getting chips. You're gonna need to eat real food. I already told your daddy I'm not giving you no more junk. You can get chips for lunch. It's not lunchtime.
Egg.
You want eggs? Okay. Do you want pancakes too? Yes. Okay. I can give you some real food. Okay.
Okay.
I'm almost done. I need 10 minutes and then I'll make you some eggs and a pancake. Ask Sissy, does she want a pancake? All right. I right. I told him to ask his sister if she wanted one. I told him to ask his sister if she wanted some. Sissy want pancakes? Hmm? Okay.
Okay.
Mm-mm. You think you slick. Can I get into that line? It is freezing out there. I couldn't get into, even though I'm in an overall uptrend bias until like down here, I couldn't get into that because it follows a pin bar right here. So I don't take counter trend trades after that does that, and yeah, that would have lost right there. So, right, we got 4 minutes left. There's enough volume and volatility where I could possibly get into another trade. No, that just created a double bottom and a double top right after. So even if this comes down from here, I won't be able to get into that. Excuse me. Let's see, 954. Oops, 158. I took a lot of trades today. That's out of order. The only way I can get into a buy is if it pulls back down here somewhere. We'll have to come all the way back down to the double bottom in the next minute and a half. Thought I took another one after that. Maybe I didn't. All right, so that's gonna be the end of this session for me. I don't even know where my phone is. This alarm is about to go off. I don't know where it is. Overall, not happy with the session at all. Between the data lag issues, me missing trades, I got into one late. Today was irritating, I'm not gonna lie. And it's the first day of the week that I actually ended up negative, and I shouldn't be negative today. So yeah, just overall annoying and irritating. I'm now negative $10 for the week. So hopefully tomorrow is a good session so I can end the week back in the positive. even though today just kind of like pushed me back a little bit. But yeah, that's that. How long have I been trading? Sorry, Zero. I have been trading off and on for 9 years. I way more off than on, let me make that clear. But I was first introduced to trading back in 2014, like September 2014. I have experience in Forex. I have experience in binary options and futures as well. But I think, well, I've traded all different ways. I've tried hundreds of strategies. I've taken courses. I've paid for strategies. I've done everything you could possibly think of. And one of the things that I have realized really in the last year, so I've really been focused back on trading since I would say about November of last year. My background is I'm a nurse. I'm a psych nurse. And eventually I'm going to make a video just talking about my journey and why I'm now focused on trading, whereas before I was not. But in a nutshell, I always had nursing or my businesses to fall back on. So whenever trading would get on my nerves, I would just quit because I made really good money elsewhere. Well, last year I lost my hours at my job to a girl who failed her nursing boards twice. And I don't know if she passed now, but by the time I left, she did not. And so at that point, that was kind of like my way of, all right, maybe this is my sign that it's time for me to focus elsewhere because I can't continue to allow my livelihood to be based off of other people's decisions as far as when I can get hours and things like that. Because I was PRN, I've been working 1 or 2 shifts a week for the longest time. Like most of my nursing career, I've been a nurse for almost, oh, it'll be 12 years in a couple of months. Um, so yeah, so once I kind of started losing my hours, I was like, all right, well, now you don't have the ability to fall back on other things. I closed my credit repair business, mainly because the closer I started getting to my goals, the more I realized that's just not, just didn't want to do credit repair anymore. It's a lot of work for very little money that you make. Um, so yeah, when I first started out with Apex, I started off intraday swing trading, which was cool, but you know, with the trailing threshold, that could be a lot. And to be honest with you, I never liked intraday swinging. I used to intraday swing. I used to actually swing trade like days and weeks. Then I intraday swing trade, and I would say I started scalping probably maybe around like March of last year. I was trading the Nasdaq, the ES, crude oil, gold, the Dow, and the Russell 2000. And eventually I just got myself to only trading the Nasdaq because with the volatility of the Nasdaq, I would say maybe the Russell 2000, especially if you're using like a 10-1 Renko chart, you could get really good trades off of that and possibly the Dow as well. However, for me, it's like I rather just master one instrument and not have to focus on so many things at one time. So this strategy I started developing like around probably March of this year, and it's been a struggle. Like I've made some really drastic changes. I would say the way that I trade right now, being more volume based, started last Monday. I've seen a huge difference in like just the accuracy of everything. Last week, it just, you know, with me starting the volume based trading last week, I had to make a lot of tweaks last week and a lot of adjustments. So, kind of where I am now is probably the most stable that it will be. I have not had to back test this week, which is amazing. I do want to look at a couple of things, but not like full blown back testing. Um, but yeah, so I've been trading for a while. I Patterns are really easy for me to spot and things like that. But what's most important for me is coming up with a strategy, a scalping strategy for the NASDAQ where I can have the tight stop losses and take profits. Because a lot of people, when they scalp the NASDAQ, they don't even trade with stop losses, or they'll tell you like it's no way for you to be able to scalp the NASDAQ with tight stop losses. And I want to prove that that is not true because you can. And also what was most important for me is just developing a strategy where if I ever decide to teach, once I get where I want to be first and be consistently profitable, consistently withdrawing profits, if I ever decided to teach, I wanted to make it where it's easy to learn and understand. And also, I wanted to make it where you're analyzing of when you analyze the market to decide if the setup is valid or not. I wanted it to be where if I had 100 students, everybody is looking at the same chart and everybody decided to take the trade or stay out. My issue with a lot of strategies is that a lot of variables or parts of the strategy is all subjective. Like for instance, with the two-legged pullback thing, that a lot of people do. I'm in it's a like an unofficial max trading strategy group on Facebook. Literally all day, people will post screenshots of the chart. How come this one didn't work? I just saw a couple of them last night. How come this didn't work? 10 different people commented 10 different reasons why it didn't work. I don't want that because it's too subjective. We already have the pressure that comes with trading. Then you have to deal with the psychology part of it, of not gambling and taking it serious and treating it like a business, and also not trying to YOLO. And, also when you're in the mindset of like, this could be the thing that allows me to walk away from corporate America or change my family tree or whatever, you make a lot of crazy decisions sometimes, especially if you're in a bind, like financially. I need to make this work. You start to go on tilt and make bad decisions. So I feel like when you add all of that psychology part of trading in with a strategy that is subjective when it comes to how you analyze the markets, it's a disaster. It just is. And I understand that market conditions change. That's the other thing for me, trying to develop a strategy where no matter what the market conditions are, short term and long term, I'm profitable. So, like when I first started scalping the Nasdaq earlier last year, um, I had huge P&L swings. Like I'll make $500 today and lose 1,000 tomorrow, and then make 200 and then lose 600. Like I don't want the huge P&L swings either. Which, sometimes when the market is slow or consolidating, other people might get chopped up in it. I typically don't. Today was just a day where it was a lot of volatility. I had a lot of trades. I took 28 trades today, which is not common. Like normally, like I would say if the volatility is normal, today it was out of hand. But when the volatility is normal, I probably take about 15 to 20 trades. When the market is slower, maybe like 5 to 10. But I just want to make sure that no matter what the market conditions are, no matter what the volatility is, my strategy will still hold up. And I think that because of me switching to more of a volume-based style of trading, I think that's why I've kind of seen a little bit more consistency with the way the strategy should be. What you see on YouTube, that's how I was trading, yes. But when I get off of the stream, at least last week and almost every day for the last year, when I was done trading for the session, I was back testing more. And sometimes you just need more data. It's impossible to go through literally all of the data that you need, especially when you're scalping. Now, if I was intraday swinging, totally different situation. But when you're scalping, there's so much data to go through. And I know that one day I'll show like my Excel spreadsheets and different things like that, just showing like what all it took to get to this point. But yeah, it's been an uphill battle, but I really feel like I'm almost where I need to be. Despite losing today, I'm cool with that. But I feel like I'm pretty much where I need to be, especially like the Monday through Wednesday. My overall P&L should have been like almost $1,300 total, right? So even if today was a losing day, aside from me missing trades and all the other stuff, even if it was a losing day, I would still be positive for the whole week, which is what I need in my life. So yeah, so at some point I'm gonna make a sit down and just like show all of the things that I've dealt with on my journey. It'll probably be two parts because I want to go through in detail. I've had to deal with scammers like other people have. I actually helped put somebody in jail for scamming people. And I'm pretty sure he's still in jail at this point because I think he just got in last year, if I'm not mistaken. But there's been a lot, and there's not a lot of people who are transparent about their journey. They'll only show the big wins and big losses, or not big losses. Let me take that back. They'll only show the big wins. They don't really talk about the losses. They don't really talk about the struggle on the journey. And so what happens is people see these people who are in the position that they want to be in, and they have this unrealistic expectation that, oh, well, things are always supposed to be peaches and cream, and it's not. There aren't a lot of transparent people, and there aren't a lot of people who will literally show in real time while they are trading the ups and downs of it, showing the psychology of it. I mean, you guys were able to see today I was annoyed as hell, and I'm still annoyed if I'm being honest with you. Um, but the biggest thing is allowing yourself to still be human, but still keeping the robot aspect of being able to still trade like a robot. And that's the biggest thing for me. So, yeah. Like I said, overall, today was annoying. I'm not disappointed in any way, especially because I was really distracted with children. So that doesn't help either. I think tomorrow will be a stream where I only trade with the Rinkos on the chart. I won't even put a 5-second chart next to it or trade with the time-based chart at all. I'll only trade with Rinkos tomorrow, I think. Just so you guys can see from start to finish what I see when I'm looking at the markets and kind of go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys for the support. It really means a lot to me. Starting a brand new YouTube channel is not easy whatsoever, especially because I have a channel with 18,000 subscribers. So just thinking about the uphill battle of it again is like, ugh. But I'm really glad to be on this journey, and I'm glad to be able to start to create a community of people who are traders as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be putting out the daily recap tonight at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Good luck with the rest of your session if you are still continuing to trade. See you guys later.